Guys, and welcome back to Mika Reacts and Reviews. We react and review to things on the internet. Same day, same shirt, different video. And today we have another non-musical comedy reaction video. We're returning to our boy, the legend, George Carlin. And today we're gonna be reacting to this video, George Carlin saving the planet. 7.7 million views, 111,000 likes. So we're gonna get right into it. If you like these type of videos, please like, comment, and subscribe. Hit that bell to get the notifications when I do upload. All of that helps with the algorithm, guys. And also, if you'd like to support this channel, you can donate. My PayPal mail link is in the description box below and also in the comment section. But you don't have to. You can just sit back, relax, and enjoy the video. All right, here we go.
See, I'm not one of these people who's worried about everything. You got people like this around you. Country's full of them now. People walking around all day long, every minute of the day, worried about everything. Worried about the air, worried about the water, worried about the soil. Worried about insecticides, pesticides, food additives, carcinogens. Worried about radon gas, worried about asbestos. Worried about saving endangered species. Let me tell you about endangered species, all right? Saving endangered species is just one more arrogant attempt by humans to control nature. It's arrogant meddling. It's what got us in trouble in the first place. Doesn't anybody understand that? Interfering with nature. Over 90%, way over 90% of all the species that have ever lived on this planet, are gone. They're extinct. We didn't kill them all. They just disappeared. That's what nature does. They disappear these days at the rate of 25 a day. And I mean regardless of our behavior. Irrespective of how we act on this planet, 25 species that were here today will be gone tomorrow. Let them go gracefully. Leave nature alone. Haven't we done enough? We're so self-important. So self-important. Everybody's going to save something now. Save the trees, save the bees, save the whales, save those snails. And the greatest arrogance of all, save the planet. What? Are these fucking people kidding me? Save the planet? We don't even know how to take care of ourselves yet. We haven't learned how to care for one another. We're gonna save the fucking planet? I'm getting tired of that shit. Tired of that shit. Tired.
All right. Before we get to the next punchline, so a lot of people don't realize, especially like liberals and progressives and hippies of today, don't realize that being sort of like an environmentalist back in the real hippie days, like the 60s and the 70s, was actually seen as an elitist crusade. It was seeing something that the bourgeoisie was into, because it was like, of course, like you have nothing else to worry about, that your idea of activism is like saving a tree or saving a well or saving a bird, while the rest of us is worried about war and racism and feminism and like saving the children. All you fucking care is about the air. It was seen as like an elitist sort of thing to be into, and I feel like a lot of young progressives today don't actually know that, but I think that's why it's like, ugh, like you're kind of gross, because like while the rest of us is trying to survive, you care about a bird or a species that's endangered. And I think a reason why a lot of people are worried about endangered species, I thought that the narrative was that they're endangered because of the actions of us, like the actions of man when it comes to over poaching, over hunting, destroying the land that we live in, like destroying the rainforest, destroying their own natural habitat, polluting the world, or overfishing. The reason why a lot of these animals are endangered is because of human actions, and I think that's the reason why a lot of people are like pro like saving the animals. But according to George Carlin, that's not necessarily true, that like species would go endangered no matter what, just through sort of the evolution and the progression of the world. But I'm not gonna lie, like I'm sad about the idea of like elephants no longer existing, but let's continue.
I'm tired of fucking Earth Day. I'm tired of these self-righteous environmentalists, these white bourgeois liberals who think the only thing wrong with this country is there aren't enough bicycle paths. People trying to make the world safe for their Volvos. Besides, environmentalists don't give a shit about the planet. They don't care about the planet. Not in the abstract, they don't. Not in the abstract, they don't. You know what they're interested in? A clean place to live. their own habitat. They're worried that someday in the future they might be personally inconvenienced. Narrow, unenlightened self-interest doesn't impress me. Besides, there is nothing wrong with the planet. Nothing wrong with the planet. The planet is fine. The people are fucked. Difference. The planet is fine. Compared to the people, the planet is doing great. It's been here 4.5 billion years. Did you ever think about the arithmetic? Planet has been here 4.5 billion years. We've been here, what, 100,000? Maybe 200,000? And we've only been engaged in heavy industry for a little over 200 years. 200 years versus 4.5 billion. And we have the conceit to think that somehow we're a threat? That somehow we're going to put in jeopardy this beautiful little blue-green ball that's just a-floating around the sun? The planet has been through a lot worse than us. Been through all kinds of things worse than us. Been through earthquakes, volcanoes, plate tectonics, continental drift, solar flares, sunspots, magnetic storms, the magnetic reversal of the poles, hundreds of thousands of years of bombardment by comets and asteroids and meteors, worldwide floods, tidal waves, worldwide fires, erosion, cosmic rays, recurring ice ages, and we think some plastic bags and some aluminum cans are going to make a difference? The planet.
All right, while we're clapping and laughing. Like if you think about it, it makes you think about the whole the global warming, fear mongering, that's like, oh, the world's gonna end tomorrow. Like what AOC said it was gonna end in 12 years, like the global warming, alarmist, right? Like people really feel like they're kind of over exaggerating what's going on. And some people deny that climate change is happening, period. Like I don't deny that climate change is happening. I think climate change is happening, but I also think climate change is always happening because I think the planet and the atmosphere and environment of the planet is constantly changing. Now, does human productivity and human action speeding up global warming? Maybe by some, but I don't think that we are the primary cause or the primary reason. There's nothing wrong with trying to improve our behavior and improve our actions and improve the way we live for everyone, for ourselves, like you said, selfishly, for the planet, for kids, for the animals, for the air that we breathe. There's nothing wrong with wanting to improve behavior in the way we live, in the way we actually be more innovative in the way we do make things and what we're making and how we do consume energy. There's nothing wrong with that. However, the alarmism of it and freaking little kids out like the world is going to explode tomorrow, I think that's wrong. And I think a lot of it has to do with money, and I also think a lot of it has to do with fear-mongering and control, and I also think it has something to do with political power. Because if we were really in this emergency state where the world, according to AOC, is going to end in 12 years, you would think that they would go around just giving people solar panels and giving people energy efficient appliance and giving people energy efficient cars if we're such an alarmist and such in a dangerous position. But they don't do that. They actually up the price on all these things. They make it expensive to be energy efficient. They make it expensive to get solar panels. Make it more expensive to get any energy efficient appliances and cars, which I think if you probably looked in the manufacturing of these appliances, they probably know more than the regular appliances that you use that are supposed to be not energy efficient, right? And who knows if this stuff is really energy efficient and stuff, unless you literally get solar panels or wind panels and stuff like that individually, not trying to power a whole state or a city, right? Because if you do that, then you have to think about all the materials that go into that, creating batteries and just acres and acres of lands of these batteries, which is toxic for the planet itself. And all the materials you have to create to make these things, which also is polluting the planet. It makes me think about that. I personally think the planet is going to be here long after we're all gone, and actually think the planet is actually very perseverant. It perseveres through a lot of hardships, and he's right. It's gone through so much evolution and change and destruction and deconstruction since the planet existed. If you look at the maps back in the day, a lot of the continents were still together, and because of all the earthquakes and volcanoes and destruction, the continents and countries started to move further and further apart. So the planet has been through plenty before we came along and put pollutants pollutants in the air and did our thing. So I strongly believe the planet is going to be here long after we're dead and gone. And the whole like self-righteousness thing, that is true. And it also reminds me of other people, other types of activists, like vegan activists, who have this air of self-arrogance and self-righteousness, and I'm better than you just because I have decided to do this one thing, kind of gives me the excuse to completely be an asshole in every other aspect, in every other area of my life, because I'm an activist and I don't eat animals and I save the planet. Therefore, I can kind of just be a bitch to everyone because I've done my good deed. You know what I mean? But let's continue.
The planet isn't going anywhere. We are. We're going away.
Eventually.
Pack your shit, folks. We're going away. And we won't leave much of a trace either. Thank God for that. Maybe a little styrofoam. Maybe. Little styrofoam. Planet will be here and we'll be long gone. Just another failed mutation. Just another closed-end biological mistake. An evolutionary cul-de-sac. The planet will shake us off like a bad case of fleas. A surface nuisance. You want to know how the planet's doing? Ask those people at Pompeii who are frozen into position from volcanic ash how the planet's doing. Want to know if the planet's all right? Ask those people in Mexico City or Armenia or 100 other places buried under thousands of tons of earthquake rubble if they feel like a threat to the planet this week. How about those people in Kilauea, Hawaii, who build their homes right next to an active volcano and then wonder why they have lava in the living room? The planet will be here for a long, long, long time after we're gone, and it will heal itself, it will cleanse itself, because that's what it does. It's a self-correcting system. The air and the water will recover, the earth will be renewed, and if it's true that plastic is not degradable, well, the planet will simply incorporate plastic into a new paradigm, the earth plus plastic. The earth doesn't share our prejudice towards plastic. Plastic came out of the earth. The earth probably sees plastic as just another one of its children. Could be the only reason the earth allowed us to be spawned from it in the first place. It wanted plastic for itself. Didn't know how to make it. Needed us. Could be the answer to our age-old philosophical question, why are we here?
Create plastic.
Plastic. Assholes. So...
Oh God, so Mother Nature is a tough bitch, all right? So yeah, like, for us to think that we can control it or destroy it, maybe that is slightly arrogant of us. And also, like, when he said the whole thing, like, people building their houses next to a volcano and them being surprised that there's volcano in their backyard. It's the same thing in California. If you don't know anything about California, we literally have fire season. I think it happens twice a year, where there's just fires always in the valley area, and you always wonder, like, why the hell are people keep building houses up there? There's fire season. No one's new to this, right? So I always thought that was kind of weird, maybe because rent is really, really cheap. All right, so let's get back into it.
Oh, so the plastic is here. Our job is done. We can be phased out now. And I think that's really started already, don't you? I mean, to be fair, the planet probably sees us as a mild threat, something to be dealt with. And I'm sure the planet will defend itself in the manner of a large organism, like a beehive or an ant colony can muster a defense. I'm sure the planet will think of something. What would you do if you were the planet trying to defend against this pesky, troublesome species? Let's see. What might... Viruses. Viruses might be good. They seem vulnerable to viruses. And viruses are tricky, always mutating and forming new strains whenever a vaccine is developed. Perhaps this first virus could be one that compromises the immune system of these creatures. Perhaps a human immunodeficiency virus, making them vulnerable to all sorts of other diseases and infections that might come along. And maybe it could be spread sexually, making them a little reluctant to engage in the act of reproduction. Well, that's a poetic note. And it's a start. And I can dream, can't I? See, I don't worry about the little things. Bees, trees, whales, snails. I think we're part of a greater wisdom than we will ever understand. A higher order. Call it what you want. Know what I call it? The big electron. The big electron. Whoa. 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 doesn't punish. It doesn't judge at all. It just is. And so are we, for a little while. Thanks for being here with me for a little while tonight. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, New York City. Take care of yourself. Take care of yourself. And take care of somebody else. Thank you. Good night.
All right. It's funny how he brought up the virus. I mean, I know there's been other viruses, and I think he was sort of like hinting towards STDs. But it's funny because one of the first comments says, okay, it's official. George Carlin can either time travel or can predict the future with terrifying accuracy. Yeah, viruses. Again, I do think that the planet will be here long after we are here, when we finally go extinct, I guess, or some catastrophic natural event just wipes us out, or some man-made virus just kills us all. I really did enjoy that. I liked the end when he was saying like, just let us be. Like, we're just here. It is what it is. Stop trying to fucking save everything. And maybe this is TMI, but like I had this huge like LSD trip once. You know how everybody comes out with these profound like, oh, I have to save the world. I come up with the answer to life. I literally came out of that trip like, it just is what it is. Like, stop. It's not our job to save everything, and it's not our job to fix everything. Like, the world, the planet, life is on its path and its evolution to whatever it's gonna get to, whatever destination, and just let it fucking be. Like, it's nothing wrong with, again, trying to improve yourself as a human being, like just go around throwing trash everywhere and being a dick about it. But again, I do think that is a little bit self-arrogant to think that it's your job to save anything or anyone. Again, but you can still be a decent human being in the process of your life. I enjoyed that. Tell me, guys, what do you think? Do you agree with what he said? Do you agree with what I said? Do you disagree with the both of us? Put it in the comment section below. What was your best punchline or your favorite punchline in the comment section below? Like, comment, subscribe. Hit the bell to get the notifications when I do upload. All of that helps with the algorithm, guys. Helps me grow, then helps me bring you more entertainment. Also, if you'd like to support this channel, you can donate. My PayPal me link is in the description box below and also in the comment section. It helps, guys, but you don't have to. You can just like, comment, subscribe. As well as I have a second travel vlog channel. If you want to see where I am in the world, you can go in the description box below and also in the comment section. Click on that to go subscribe to my travel vlog channel and or follow me on Instagram. My stories is usually what's most up to date, and you guys have an amazing day. Bye.